Hi, welcome back to Elements in Focus. My name is Aaron Rheaume, the Director of Financial Planning. And as always, I've got Grant Sullivan on this video with me. Grant's the manager of our advisor team, and we both are very happy to serve all of you, our wonderful FEG families. The reason we do these videos is just to make sure we give you snack bite-sized pieces in our 5 critical elements. And so we focus on 5 critical elements inside of our planning process. And today we're going to be talking about legacy planning. Specifically inside of legacy planning is, should we consider adding a TOD, transfer on death, to our house? Grant, why would that be an important thing to do or have on a home? Doesn't it just, go directly to a beneficiary?
Great question. And Aaron, this is a phenomenal question to segue into why legacy planning is so important. A lot of times, especially in our past, we would transfer assets using a will. And most individuals believe that, oh, if I die, my money will go to these heirs, and I've written it up in my will. Well, there's this little process called probate that gets involved if you do not specifically, through estate documents or beneficiary documents, label individuals to receive the asset. So, and or here's the cool part, estate laws change. So back in many of the states in the early 2000s, many of them adopted this thing called a transfer on death for real estate property. So therefore, you wouldn't have to use your state's probate process to transfer assets to the heirs. So the question we always get, well, Aaron Grant, well, why does it matter? If I have it in my basic will, it goes to my heirs, right? Bada bing, bada boom, job's done. Well, here's what's interesting is attorneys get resources, they make money in that probate process. So I'm telling you not to pay attorneys? Absolutely not. They're extremely valuable. However, most of the time, if you have a very pricey real estate asset, if you're living on the coasts or maybe in a larger city, that asset will cost you quite a bit of money to probate, either through hourly fees for the attorney, or they'll take a percentage of the overall asset through the probate process. How you can avoid all of that, meaning having the asset lose or have a reduction in value because of this process, is you can actually attach a TOD, transfer on death, or a POD, process on death or passing on death, designation to your real estate property, and it'll go directly to the heirs in which you want it to go. Now, where probate can still be very valuable is if you're trying to give this real estate asset to multiple heirs that are living in different states. That's where things get complicated, and maybe having an attorney involved through probate will be beneficial. But if all your heirs are relatively close together and very cordial, having it pass just like a 401k asset through beneficiary designation becomes really powerful. And so I've had one other question, Aaron, which is, oh, I have a trust already where my property's owned. Does that the same thing? Yes, you want to keep your home in your trust. There's obviously reasons for that, and we can go through a whole other video series for that. But when it comes to a home, there's been a lot of good updates to the estate tax codes that allow you to no longer have to force your property through a will. It can be done through TOD designation. So if you're living in a state that allows that, highly recommend it. Very cost effective to do, and really eases the wealth transfer process for your heirs.
Thank you, Grant. Just a couple things to add to that as well, as Grant elegantly covered that. So adding a TOD to your home does not give up control. So you still control that asset until passing. And the other thing to be careful of is not all states have adopted the TOD process. So if you're living in, a state outside of Indiana where we record this, make sure your state allows the TOD process, or a ladybird deed is what it's also known as. And so just make sure that your specific state allows this to happen. One other thing too is you can actually have your trust listed as a beneficiary on the TOD. It does not need to be an individual person. However, it can be, but you can list your trust as well. So if you have questions or you want to know more information, please reach out to us. You can call us at 800-928-4001. Brittany will be there to answer the phone and schedule you a complimentary next steps meeting where we can answer specific questions that are detailed towards you. If you want more information, you can go to our website, yourlifeafterwork.com. There's a bunch of articles, podcasts, recordings that you can check out, more information on a bunch of different topics. And as always, Grant and I are extremely proud and happy to be able to serve you FEG families, and we thank you so much for that. Please reach out to us if you're not an FEG family. We would be more than happy to help you answer any questions that you may have. Have a great day.